Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Now, what was happening when last we left off? Oh yes, I was making Alucard do his moonwalk thing, which is massively entertaining. You know what, if Michael Jackson had the ability to leave behind spectral after images of himself, that would have possibly made him one of the most entertaining human beings to have ever lived. Sadly, he didn't have that capacity. But nevertheless, Alucard does! And we'll be making use of it, because it's just a weird thing. I don't know quite what the thing was with that, why they did that, but I like it. I like it a great deal. It gives Alucard just a slightly less than human or slightly spectral quality that I rather appreciate. Now, I don't want the watch. Oh, do I want the watch? Actually, yes. Yes, I very well might want the watch. You evil swine. I very well may want the watch, actually. For the simple reason that I can open up that part of the clock downstairs with it. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Let us go and see if there's anything interesting down here that we can access. There's a couple of things that we can access now that we can turn into the wolf, because the wolf can do certain things. Dark Metamorphosis. Useless here, because now that I know what it does, it gives you hearts when you're damaged. Quite useful, actually. Worth having on. It's worth having on permanently, really. Another CD corridor. Very silly. Okay, now, let us drop down. Ooh, there we go. And let us use the watch and open up this way. Hello. The Alucard shield. Not quite the same as the Alucard shield. I don't quite know what that's in aid of. We don't really use the shields, to be honest, in my style of play, so that's not that useful. The Alucard mail and the Is this where Death put our stuff? Well, that was just silly, wasn't it? What does the library card actually do? Enchanted library card. Where has it put the Alucard sword? It's not that great, actually. It's not as good as what we've already got. So, What about the mail? No, the mail isn't as good as what we've already got. It resists fire, lightning, and ice, so that may be worth, actually, the trade-off in physical defense. So let's put it on. Let us put it on. Hey, okay. Fun! Was that worth it? Debatable. Debatable. Now, there are a few other things we can do around here. There was the area upstairs that we can access. Was it Dark Metamorphosis that was doing that to us, or is it some item that we've got that's doing that? Oh, it's the cape. It's the cape. Of course it's the cape. It's not Dark Metamorphosis, sorry. Dark Metamorphosis gives you health when you're splattered by blood. So you need bleeding enemies for that to work. Which is a bit cack, really, all in all. God, that thing is so annoyingly placed. Fortunately, very easily led down the garden path, so, I've said that now. Go away! Ridiculously huge sword. Right, let me just go and, use the save point to heal myself, and then we will head off. Yes, please. Yay! Yes, and last time we also found out that Richter Belmont is still knocking about in this castle, and seems to have, well, lost his mind a little bit. He believes himself to be the master of this castle, so we can certainly assume that his soul has been corrupted or infected somehow. But I like that. I really like that the big hero of the last game has actually become the bad guy. Even if he his acting is absolutely atrocious, which it is. Get out of my way! No, no! That's just annoying. That was really frustrating. It should not be able to... oh yes, we also got the mist thing, didn't we? The form of mist and the soul of wolf. Yes, we got both of those. Very nice. Very nice they are indeed. Huh? Ooh. Need to get him in the crotch if we possibly can. Doesn't like it when we get him in the crotch. Now, this one we're going to have to watch. Hey! It's rather quick, actually. Okay. Suspicious corridor. Whenever anything is too quiet like that, I get very suspicious of it. Okay, yay! This is where we want to be. Now, Horsehead. I can't quite remember which one this is, but let's have a look anyway. There's bound to be something worth exploring. Ah, yes! Now, it's the one with the blood zombies, who now die to one hit. Ah. Dark Metamorphosis would be good here, actually. If we could get it to walk. There we are. Excellent. Now, let us have a wander. There should be some more areas we can access now. And I certainly have a couple in mind. This is what half of the game is, actually. It's just sort of opening up shortcuts to the various different areas of the castle. Like this one, for example. Yeah, we'll keep the holy water. This is a pretty damn good item. It's the Cthulhu that's not Cthulhu. That looks nothing like Cthulhu at all. I'm fairly certain that he can drop something significant if you farm him. I can't quite remember what it is, though. And I'm not going to stand around farming the enemies in this game, because that would just be boring. What I am looking forward to... Oh, yes, the ghost corridor. What I am looking forward to is getting one of the familiars. I like the sword familiar myself. Ooh, money. I have a lot of money at the moment, actually. We should be able to buy some really fun stuff. Aha! I like the fact that Dracula's castle is so huge that it has its own librarian. I do wonder if the Castlevania Netflix series carries on into the foreseeable future, will it ever reach this point in the storyline? Because at the moment, it's many, many, many centuries ahead of this. And many, many games ahead of this, too. Sort of around the Castlevania 3 era. I love the layout of this game, I really, really do. I mean, graphically, it doesn't look much better than a NES game. Oh, no, a NES game? No, a SNES game, really. Barring one or two particular effects, monsters, and backgrounds, it's not as impressive as, say, for example, Donkey Kong Country on the Donkey Kong Country games on the Super Nintendo. Vastly superior to this, generally speaking. But it's still intriguing. I like the fact that they went for the slightly more old-fashioned graphics than for anything a bit newer. That seems to suit Castlevania. It really does. The aesthetic is very, very particular. I need the Soul of Bat to get that. There's also some... I believe there's some boots that allow you to do a weird sort of vertical jump as well. It's a bit like Samus's speed boost jump from Super Metroid. I'm trying to find... I think we're getting towards it now. I'm trying to find the outer tower. It's up this way, I believe. Ah! There's a save point through there, but I think we'll be alright for the time being. Famous last words, of course. Money! There we are. Ah! Ah, killing the flea men. Always fun. I'm sure certain things, different things happen as well, depending on like what time it is. Because yes, because look, that way is closed now. Interesting. I rather like that. I like that element in any game, quite frankly, where it changes depending on the time, and not enough games take advantage of it. You know, console games are certainly now sophisticated enough to be able to do that. So why they don't do it more, I just don't know. Ah. Ouija table, that's what it's called. Kind of like that. I would like there to be more bits of possessed furniture for variety's sake. God, the knockback. That's certainly something they've retained from the old Castlevania games, I can tell you that. Ooh, yes, I know what's down there. Something not very nice. Now, I think there are a couple of ways we can go here, actually. There are ways down that we never went before. That's for damn certain. Oh, yes, this is the corridor with the plant things, isn't it? Let me just check down the other side, because I'm fairly certain we didn't go down that way before. Oh, well, maybe we did. Maybe we did. Ah! Ah! And could we go this way, or is this one of the ways with the locked doors? Ah, yes! One of the locked doors. Fabulous. What the hell did that do? Interesting. No? I'd assume that that opened something significant. Ah, ow. Perhaps these strange doorways in the floor. Yep, that's what it opened, alright. Let's go have a look, shall we? Ooh, a library card. And an attack potion. Fair enough. Did it open the other one, though? I don't think it did, but we can but check. And if it did, that could be intriguing. Stop throwing bits of yourself at me. Oh, it did open it. Let's go and have a look. Curious, yeah? Ooh, deeper and deeper we go. Any damageable walls? No, I always check, just in case. Another CD corridor, suggesting that we're heading to... Yes, I know where we are. Zircon. Oh, enemies from the previous Castlevania. They were annoying then, they're annoying now. I thought there would be one here somewhere. It's probably for the best. One of my favourite bosses is down here, in the underground caverns. Let's see if we can reach her this playthrough. We may be able to. Oh, I forgot it would reset these swines. Ah! Ah! I do wonder if this is going to be better at this point, but let's give it a go. Hello! Yay! Always handy. I was going to say, that doesn't look kosher at all. Bandana. I'm not sure that's going to suit Alucard, but let's have a look. Protects sensitive head parts. Oh, it puts your defense up. That's pretty good. It's alright. I think we'll leave that be. I'm not, he would look a little bit like Axl Rose in his younger days if he put a bandana on. I don't think it'd be a good look for Alucard. Oh, I like the music down here. Very much. Mind you, the Castlevania games, they've always been infamous for good music. Ooh. Whoop. Aha! It's a very elaborate death scene, that, isn't it, for such a minor enemy. I get it when the vampiric enemies explode because they've been touched by something holy. But when the normal enemies explode just because Alucard gently caresses them, that's odd. It's amusing, but odd. Ah. What have we got going on here? It's giving us lots of weapons at the moment. I wonder why that is. How very strange. Oh, hello. Yay! Always be happy with that. Any false walls here? No? Alright then. It's a very, lovely little tower there. God, the soundtrack to this game is amazingly good. Although, I don't know... Shiitake, what does the shiitake do? It's another bit of food that we can eat. Alright. Toadstool? Oh, these caverns are actually very dangerous for Alucard because a lot of them are flooded. There's a lot of water down here, which, of course, Alucard has a bit of trouble with. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to watch our step here. There are also lots of enemies that can use water, that can sort of throw water, so again, we're gonna have to be careful. What's with all the mushrooms? What are they for? Ah, so we can block the water flow here. I don't know what that does. Oh! Oh, that was remarkably cruel. Was it not? Remarkably cruel. Ooh. Yeah, not going down there just yet. Alucard will eventually get the ability to be immune to water. He's not quite there yet. Oh, you swine. Oh, no! God, that thing's difficult to kill. We're not going down there yet. Most certainly not. But when we do get the ability to wander through the water, we will come back, obviously. Get out of it. Ah. The smaller frogs are by far more difficult to deal with. It's because a lot of the time Alucard can't actually reach them, which is really frustrating. Ah. Ooh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Well, yes, we will get that. The pentagram. Ah. I think I've already got one of those, actually. Oh, yes, you don't want to go in there. Alucard, me old mate. Oh, dear, that probably was a stupid thing to do. Especially given there's clearly a lot of water in this underground cavern, and we have no clear way back. Bloody hell. How far underground does Dracula's castle go? This is insane. It's very pretty, though. It's very pretty. Oh, hello. Frozen shade. Oh, it's ice. That's very cool. Very cool indeed. I love this area. Oh, the ferryman. Yes, we'll sort him out in a moment. He will take us across the water for a price. Oh, CD corridor. So this is going to lead us to another area. Ah, fabulous. So, ideally, yes. So, I should ideally be able... Oh, that is fantastic. What a great shortcut. So, I'm just going to go and save the game. Aha. Aha. And then come back this way. Actually, no, I'm fine. I'm alright. I'll go and save it downstairs in the caverns. I like this corridor. I just like killing the zombies. It's entertaining. I also love how cod and crap the zombies are. The way they raise their arms as they come at you. That's so silly. So that's a nice little connecting area. I like that a lot. And at least we know we can get out now when we want to. So, Mr. Ferryman.
Welcome aboard, O Prince.
Okay.
Shall I guide thee across the river?
Go on then. So you're the sort of Charon of this game, yeah? Considering that Dracula commands the Spectre of Death, it's hardly surprising that he's got mythological figures like you as well. Although I didn't give you an obol to cross. Oh wow. This is all very elaborate. Just for the price of crossing the river. Thanks, I suppose. Cheers. Got Alucard. You could have given him a tip, couldn't you? The merman statue. So now we should. I think if we equip that. Relics. Merman statue. Oh, that summons the oarsman. Okay. Oh, right. So now we should be able to summon him so he can carry us across some of the other areas. That's quite useful, actually. Back we go. What? It's like, it's kind of like a log flume ride. But of course, when we are immune to the water, we'll be coming back this way. Some of my local theme parks could really do with a ride like this. Spectral oarsmen and all. Thank you, Zat. No tip, obviously. Because frankly, Alucard's just a bit of an arse like that. You know, he might be the prodigal prince of this castle, but still a prince nonetheless. Fuck. So, presumably, we should be able to use the merman statue to summon him here. However that's done. Nope. Aha! Nope, don't need to. Ah! Life. Good. So where do we go from here? There's no way up there. Summoning him here seems somewhat pointless. Curiouser and curiouser. I know that we need to get back to the upper area. God, they're weak. Very fragile enemies. Beautiful, but very, very fragile. Right, okay. So, where do we need to go, ideally? Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I think we need to go back through and get back to the cavern system. Ah. Ow. Which will require a bit of a trek through the castle, but that's what this game is about. Backtracking. And you know what? I don't mind. It's that whole Metroid element that it has going on that I like a lot. This is what these games are like, ladies and gents. It's part of the appeal of them. Returning to areas that you'd progressed through earlier, but a lot stronger and a lot nastier. Ah. Was that happening before? The Lightning et al. I'm not sure it was, you know. It's happening now. Is that because Richter or Dracula or whoever is pissed off with us? Certainly hope so. More unnecessary polygons. Why not? Oakley dokley, let's head back through and see if we can find something in the upper cavern system, because I happen to know there is something up there. There's a boss that we need to deal with. A very particular boss who's very, very huge and derived from a particular Greek myth, in fact, that I like very much. I think we'll keep the axe for now. I like the axe. It's a bit of a classic, bit of a throwback, but I like it a lot because of that. And if you time it right, you can get multiple hits with it. Cthulhu would not go down that easily. Calumny and slander upon Cthulhu's good name. My god, this is actually making me want to play Super Metroid. I would really, really love to play Super Metroid again. And I may do, in fact, and if I do, I will record it for the channel, because Super Metroid is... it's the template for these games, and is therefore vastly superior as well. I mean, it's it's superior in the sense of its structure and whatnot. It's just a stunning game. Still one of the best Metroids out there, despite the fact there have been loads since. That's right, you back up with your silly ball that lingers bafflingly. Still don't know why. Now, nearly there. But I believe now that we can call the ferryman, there are certain areas that we can traverse that we couldn't before. What has she dropped? A smart potion. Interesting. Ah. So I presume that ups our intelligence for the purposes of casting spells, etc. I can't wait to get one of the more long-reaching weapons. I remember liking those a lot. It's this short range that's very, very annoying. Ah! More saving shenanigans. Of course, the backtracking is also it's an element of the mechanics of the game, in the sense that it ensures that you are of a reasonable level when you encounter the bosses, etc. Ah. Ah. Now, I do recall when I originally played this game, there were areas where I came up against... that opens at one point, obviously. There were areas when I come up against dead ends, and I found it very difficult to find out where to go next. Hopefully that won't happen this time. Hopefully. I thought that was down here. I like this weapon, so I'm going to keep that. Now, where is that open door in the floor? Ah! Ah! Here we are. Now, back down into the caverns. Whee! Silly, silly, silly CD corridors. Here we are. Now, we didn't go down this way, did we, last time? Let Let me just save and go. Let's go have a look what's down there. Yay! I don't know why I did that. We didn't go down here last time, did we? I don't recall going down this way last time. I don't recall dropping down here, for example. Oh, there was a door there. Shit. Wow! Bloody hell! Wow! Oh, that's what's here. Okie dokie. It's a way down into the caverns beneath the castle. All right. God, it's a good thing Alucard is a vampire, isn't it? I don't think he would have survived that fall otherwise. I think he might have ended up as so much paste. Ooh, look, there's the icy area again. That's nice, I like that. Oh. Oh. This is not the boss as such. This is a part of the boss. Yeah, this would be a little bit easy if this were the boss. Because see? That is what you might call an extrusion of said boss. Ooh, what's that? Oh, well, that's not nice at all, is it? Oh shit, it's still coming. What's over this way? I can never remember. A pot roast, just hanging around in the caverns for some reason. Preserved, in fact, in an urn, in a pot. Here we are. This is Scylla, which those of you who know your Greek myth will recognise. It's one of the weirdest titans from Greek mythology you will ever find. It's so strange in terms of its structure. It's basically the body of a woman with flailing snake's tendrils and the heads of wolves around her waist. It's so surreal. Love the concept of it, though. Ideally, what I want to do is behead all of these fuckers so we can get at her. The more of those we kill, the easier she is to kill. There she is. She's what we want. Oh, bloody hell. She's actually really rather tough. She's difficult to hit. She's very difficult to hit, actually. Ow! Largely because of the knockback. That's what's difficult, it's the knockback. Getting a good hit in on her, very tricky. There she goes! Scylla and Charybdis, two entities from Greek mythology, and one of the many that Dracula bafflingly has in his castle. Go figure. Crystal Cloak. What does this wonderful thing do? Blood Cloak. Enchanted semi-invisible cape. It's better defense. I like the effect that the Blood Cloak has, but let's see. It's enchanted, so what does that mean? It looks good. It looks great, actually. Alucard looks fly in that. And black and purple. Can't go wrong with that, can you? Can't go wrong with a bit of black and purple. Let's carry on. Ooh, hello. Scimitar. Is that better than what we've got? The broadsword. Shotel. That's very quick, if I remember correctly. Toadstool, shiitake, pot roast. Scimitar. No, single-edged curved sword. It's not as good as what we've got. So we're going to keep the broadsword for now. But let's head back through, shall we? Are we still going to be... That's the effect that it has. The cape allows us to resist the effects of water. So now a lot of the castle has opened up to us. Very cool. I thought something was going to happen then. The change in music track sounded significant somehow. Okay. But most of the bosses in this game are actually quite easy to take on. But that's one of my favourites done with now. Scylla. Love that character. Love the monster. Give me a good monster and I'm sold, basically. And Dracula's castle is full of them. As is Greek myth, from which she's derived. Well, that was a fun session, was it not, ladies and gents? We've actually slain one of the great titans of Greek myth. Whoopsie-doo! Yay! Good for Alucard. Something entirely unique and wondrous has been taken from the world. So, until next time, ladies and gents, bye-bye!